Hey guys, Linda here. Welcome back to AdoreR. Hope everyone's having a happy Mother's Day today. Happy Mother's Day. Hope everyone's keeping safe out there and doing okay. But today I'm coming to you with my, what month is this? May? These days start, when you're staying at home all the time, these days start running together. The months start running. I was like, I don't know what day it is. But I'm doing my May TBR. Yeah, it took me a while to figure this TBR out. I was like, what? It's so many books I want to read. I was like, you can't put all these books on the TBR because you know you're not going to read half of them. So I decided to do two historicals, two ebooks, two books from my reveal book box. I do know I want to do that because I need to get these ebooks down and get these romance reveal book those books down because you know I have those books coming every month. I need to get those down, and I do want to read. You know my genre is historical, and I do especially want to read two historical, and anything else I put on there they just be add-ons. So let's start off with my ebooks. I went on to Amazon, and I be down in a lot of books from Amazon. That's why I was like, I need to read these ebooks. Since I got I try to use my Kindle Unlimited. Since I'm paying for it, I like to go in there and use it. I'd be down and load of books and haven't read none of them. And you can only download 10 books, and then I'll be seeing another book I want to download. I'll be like, shoot, I ain't read the 10 books that I already have on there because you can only do 10. So then I end up having to take one off. I'll be like, well, I don't know what I'm going to take off. So I was like, let me start reading these books. So I got this here. I hope you can see it. It's called Teacher's Wolf. I saw this, and I think I mentioned that I like reading books about when the heroine is a teacher. So when I saw she was a teacher, and it's on werewolves, so I like reading kind of like the paranormal werewolf a little bit. I like reading about that. But when it said she was a teacher, I was all in. And he's like a wildlife ranger or a wildlife expert. And it's like I think I mentioned on here, I like long distance relationship. I like to see how that's going to work out. And it mentioned that it's a long distance relationship too. But this is going to be a novella. So, we're not going to be diving all into their long distance relationship or whatever. I don't know how it's going to work out. But I think I mentioned on here, I don't like reading novellas too much because, you get into it and then at the end it don't wrap up nicely and you be like, I need more. So I hope this writer can wrap this up really nicely. I think it's only 180 pages. So I hope she can wrap it up nicely where everything gets solved or everything get taken care of. I don't know. I just hope it wraps up nicely where I can really, really enjoy it. Like I read a 200 or 300 page book, but this is going to be only 180 pages. So I hope she wrapped the story up nicely. And this is Teacher's Pet Wolf. And if I like this one, this is going to be my first book by Kati Wilde. So if I like this book, I'll go back and read some of her other stuff. But like I said, this is a novella, and it's going to be on a werewolf, I think. I don't know if he's going to be a werewolf or she's going to be a werewolf. Yeah, one of them. Or both of them. I don't know. But I put this on there. And I do like this cover too. And the next ebook I have, let me pull that up, that I also got from Kindle Unlimited is by Lucy Score. I think I mentioned on here before, Lucy Score is a favorite writer of mine. If you haven't read any of her books, try them out. I think you'll really, really enjoy them. She's a good writer. And this is a Grumpy Boss romantic comedy. So I know a lot of people love reading romantic comedies and reading about the grumpy guy and stuff like that. I was like, let me give this a try. Because like I said, I enjoy her books, and I think this is going to be like it already tell you what it's going to be. The guy's going to be grumpy, and it's going to be an office romance, and it says it's going to be a romantic comedy. So I'm going to give this a try. I also was looking through here, and I saw a different cover. I'm not too much into this cover. At first, I thought it were puzzle pieces, but they're not. They're like clothes hangers, because I guess that's why I said by a thread. And this is the cover that she said she was going to use, and she was going to call the book Grumpy Grumpy Face. I do like this cover. They should have kept this cover and then changed the name to By a Thread. But I guess they wanted to say, I think it's going to be he owns, or his family owns a clothing company. I think that's what it's going to be. But I think they own a clothing company. That's why I said By a Thread. But I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to put this on my TBR for May. So I hope this is good, because the last book I read, it was something about a soccer. I think it was she had wrote this about this lady that go home and she loses her job and she goes back to her hometown and become a soccer coach or something like that. I didn't really enjoy it. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. I didn't really enjoy it that much, but I hope this one be good. By Thread by Lucy Score. Most of her work is on Kindle Unlimited, so I've read 2 other of her books that I really enjoyed. I bought both of those. It's just that other book about the soccer teacher or whatever who went back to high school to teach soccer, that one didn't do it for me. So if this one is really good, I'll probably end up buying this one too. And this is By Thread by Lucy Score. Next up, I have my 2 historicals here that I want to read. First one up is Sarah MacLean, Brazen and the Beast. I've already started on this. I made it to 366. I'm really enjoying it. I enjoyed this one better than I did the first one. This is going to be, I think it's going to be a 3-book series because this is going to be on 4 characters, or well, 2 of the characters that they talk about. They're going to have their own books next. But the first book was Wicked and the Wallflower. Now, the story was good. I like Sarah MacLean writing, but the book just didn't do it for me. It didn't have those special moments that I like in a book that make me want to go back and read it again. So I didn't want to go back and read Wicked and the Wallflower, but I did enjoy it. I recommend it. It was a good story, but it just had some stuff in there that it didn't do it for me, but it probably somebody else might like it. So I would advise, if you're going to read this series, to start at book 1. Because there's a lot going on with this story. And I highly recommend this one, even though I think I'm going to end up giving it 3.5 stars because I don't think I'm going to go back and read it. But I really enjoyed the story. I did like the 2 main characters, but there was not those special moments for me in this book. But I'm not going to talk about that now because I haven't finished it yet. Like I said, I'm almost finished. I'm at 360 pages, so I already know that I'll probably get it 3.5 stars. But if you haven't read the Bareknuckle, this is in a series, Bareknuckle Bastards series, check it out. I would recommend it. And I'm reading on this right now, so this is going to be on my May TBR because I'm going to end up finishing this in May. But I just want to come and do my TBR, and I had to put this on here. And I like this cover. And it's a good story. It's an interesting premise. I'm not going to go over it, but it's very interesting. Like I said, the first book, it was okay, and I'm going to say this book was good. I never give her, even if I don't like the book, if I don't really don't like the book, I don't rate it. I don't like giving bad rated. I don't rate it. I just don't rate it at all. But like I said, I'm enjoying this story. It's an interesting overall premise, and I will be getting the 3rd book. Like I said, I like her writing. This book just did not make me want to go back and reread it again. So I'm just going to give it 3.5 stars. I think I gave the first book 3.5 stars too, or maybe I gave it 3. And then I'm going to give this one 3.5. But like I said, I'll come back and go over it later. I'm just adding this to my TBR also. Next, I have Debra Camp, Black Eyed Susan. I want to read this one. This is going to be set like on a wagon trail. They're going to be going, I don't know where they're traveling to, but it's out in the West. And I think she's had a crush on him, but he was married or something. But I think his wife going to pass away. And I think this is going to be like a marriage of convenience. And it sounded interesting. And I like Debra Camp's writing, so I was like, let me give this a try. So I think I read her Mind's Eye series. I think I mentioned that before. I really enjoyed that series. So I was like, let me give her a historical. I think I've read a historical by her before and I enjoyed it. So I was like, let me pick this one up. Black Eyed Susan. And this cover captured my attention too. Like those old covers. Next, I am reading. I've read some of this too. I made it to I made it to page 372. Enjoying it. This is by Meredith Wilde. This is the Red Ledger series, I guess. I think it's going to be 3 books in the series. I think she started writing this like posting on Amazon, like, because they're in sections here. Let's see if I can get to a section here. It's like in a section, how she got it. And I think she was doing this like, in them old movie where they had a cliffhanger. She was writing them and posting them on Amazon and had a cliffhanger, like she would stop at, you read this much and then she'd have a cliffhanger and you have to wait till she posts the other part of the book. I'm glad I didn't do that because I would have been mad I would have been. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be buying each one of these little sections and read them and then another cliffhanger. Like this was like on 100, I guess it was like a novella part, like 138 pages. And then she would come back and post the another part of it. Like this is part 3 and this was like 270. I know. I'm glad I just waited till she came out with the whole book and I read it and I really enjoyed it. I didn't like her other series, the Hacker series. Now it's the Hacker series, it started out really good. I made it to book 3 and then the male character started getting on my nerve. I was like, I can't deal with him right now. So I stopped reading it. I think I gave the first 3 books away, but I still have the 4th and 5th book. Like I said, when you're writing a series, don't write a 5 book because it start getting, maybe 3 books and then I can deal with it. But when you do 5 books on the same characters, that's a lot. You're asking a lot from a writer there. To keep you interested in that story for over 5 books. I'm interested in them 2 characters. I was like, don't do it. Just do 3 books and leave it alone. Yeah, anyway, I done got all off topic. So I started reading this one. I was like, I'm gonna give it. And then I saw this cover. I really like this cover. Even though it's simple, there's, you look like there's nothing there that you meet. But I don't know. There's something about this cover that drew me in. And it's I like romantic suspense, so it's a romantic suspense, and I read the back of it, and it sounded interesting, and it's going to be, I think I mentioned on here, I don't like Second Chance, but it's really not well, maybe it is, because he loses his memory. He go away to the military, and he loses his memory, and he can't remember the female character. And then he ends up becoming an assassin. So I was like, I gotta get it. It sounds interesting. So like I said, I've been enjoying it so far. I done made it to page 372. So I'm gonna finish this off. This will be part of my May read also, because I'm gonna finish this in May. So I already started reading that. Can't wait to finish that. And then I have my 2 books from the Romance Reveal book box. I got Ask Me Why. This look like it's gonna be, I don't know why this look like gonna be set in outer space or something. This cover just give me like space vibes or something. See all the little lights or something in there, but I don't think so. I think there's gonna be, I think she owns a store and something gonna happen. I don't know. I'm not gonna read the back of it, but it sounded interesting and I like this cover. It just give me spacey outer world vibes or something going on here. But it's Ask Me Why by Harloe Rae. I hope it's good. And then I got Hole Punch. I think this is gonna be a romantic comedy. I remember reading the back of this when I got it out of the Romance Reveal book box. And yeah, it got some, I think this is gonna be kind of steamy too, because it got, I ain't even gonna show you down here at the bottom what it got down there. Yeah, and then look what it got on the back. Yeah, so I was like, let me try this out. And it's gonna be like 221 pages, so this should be a quick read for me. I hope I can get through it and I hope I like it. So I got that. And then these other books are just throw-ins that I need to finish. If you've been with me for a while, you know I started this last October in 2019 as my nocturnal October read. Yeah, I haven't finished that yet. I stopped on page 113, and I think I mentioned on here I hate DNF in books, so I'm gonna try to finish this up in May. I can do it. I know I can. I just want to finish it. I don't want to DNF on this nocturnal. I want to finish it. And this is dealing with, I think she's an elf and he's a human. And some kind of way he fall through, I don't know. He was out on a mountain or somewhere. He fell and hit his head and he wakes up in the elf world or something. Yeah, on another plane with the elves or something. Yeah, that's what's going on. So so where I stopped at, he's in her world now and trying to figure out what's going on. So I was like, let me finish this. This is Catherine Korbel's Dangerous Temptation. And then I also started on this. I started out good, but then it got in the middle section. It started getting slow, people. I was like, oh my goodness, this is not going very well. And this Looking Inside by Beth Kery. I'm a big fan of Beth Kery, but the last 2 books I read by her contemporary, they are not doing it for me. But I'm gonna try to finish it. I'm on page 202. I stopped reading this about the beginning. I started this last year too, and I'm still trying to finish this. So after I get finished up the my historical, the one I'm reading on, and the Red Ledger, I'm gonna try to finish those 2 because I only got a few more to go. I'm gonna try to go back to these 2 and finish these up before this month is out. Yeah, we got Dangerous Temptation by Kathleen Korbel and Looking Inside by Beth Kery. I'll get her name right, Linda. Hopefully I can finish these 2 up and I'll be through with those. And then the last 2 I have is Jodi Ellen Malpas, Gentleman's Center. I picked this up in Target. I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. I like Jodi Malpas. I like her writing. And so I was like, let me give this a try. And this is going to be, when I read on the back here that she was a nurse, I like that. When the heroine is a nurse, I like that occupation for my heroines. When they are a nurse, a teacher, some that don't usually, you don't usually find those occupation too much in romance books. So I was like, yeah, it sounded interesting. I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's going to be like a cop or work for the government. I don't know. He gonna be doing something, because she gonna say he gonna ride like her knight in shining armor and help her, save her from one threat and expose her to another. So I don't know what he's gonna be, but it sounded interesting. I was like, let me check it out. And that's Gentleman's Center by Jodi Malpas. And last, I have Hard Rule, a Dirty Money novel. I think this is book number 1 in the Dirty Money series by Lisa Renee Jones. I read a couple of books by Lisa Renee Jones, and I like her writing too. And this sounded interesting. I think this is going to be like a mob-based romance, but I think the main male character is trying to get out of that. I think that's his family business, dealing with the mob or doing something underhanded, and he's trying to start a legitimate business. And then this woman gonna show up. I don't know if she was undercover with the cops or what's going on, but I was like, it sounds interesting, so I was like, let me give that a try. So this is also gonna be on my TBR for May. So I got Hard Rules by Lisa Renee Jones, book number 1 in the Dirty Money series. I got Jodi Malpas, Gentleman's Center. Ask Me Why by Harloe Rae. I got Black Eyed Susan by Debra Camp. Sarah MacLean, book number 2 in the Bareknuckle Bastard series. Book number 1 in the Red Ledger series, Reborn. Gonna be suspense, romantic suspense. Then I got Hole Punch by Susan Renee. And my 2 ebooks. Let's get here and see what we got here. I got a lot of books I'm trying to read. By Thread by Lucy Score. Teacher's Pet Wolf by Kati Wilde. And my other 2 books that I'm going to try to get through, Kathleen Korbel, Dangerous Temptation, Looking Inside by Beth, Kery. So wish me luck, people. I got a lot of books here I'm going to try to get through. I hope I can make it. But I know I'm going to finish up. I know I'm finishing up these 2 because I'm almost finished with them. So I do know that. But these others, keeping my fingers crossed that I can get through them. Sorry about that. My camera went out. Hopefully I can get through all of my books for May. And I'll just be coming back periodically doing, letting you know what books I finished. Hopefully I'll do 4 books. If I finish 4 books, I'll come back and do a wrap-up of those 4 books. And then at the end of the month, I'll just do a wrap-up of all the books I've finished for that month and let you know the ones I'm going to keep and the ones I'm going to give away to the library or something like that. All right, that's all I have for now. Continue to enjoy your day. Stay safe out there and keep reading those romances. All right, bye-bye.